Hello guys, Kelly here, Kel's Aquariums. Quick look at all my tanks. That fish ain't doing too bad at the minute. He's still got his crazy floaty thing, swim bladder issue, but I think he's always gonna. I think it's a deformity. It's not like not that one. He's just got a fat head. It's unfortunately due to some fancies just being like that. You get what you get. But he's doing better. But basically, the video today is I'm off on holiday. So, what do I do to deal with my tanks? Just so you know, it's summer and the temperature's gone up, so I have an open top on this tank now. I put an air stone in. Oh, sorry, something's happening, look. And because I'm going away, I've got auto feeders on everything. Got a real horrible cheap one on there, does the job though, and an expensive JBL one on here, and we'll have a look at them in a sec. But yeah, sorry, what I was saying is it's summer, so instead of having the normal lid on, I have this what I built. It's just a wooden one with a net over, so now it can jump. Not that any of these have ever tried to jump. People say, like, weather loaches, dojo loaches, whatever you call them, where you're from, are real bad for trying to escape, but man, I've never got, man don't do anything like that. Go on, fatties. They've all had a big fat feed. And now look at the state of them. I was digging about him. Leave him alone. But yeah, so I built this thing and I put fans on as well to blow across the surface, sort of cooling, because it is upstairs in the house and this gets warm up here. But not too bad, it's still within decent temperatures. It'd make it temperate, not cold water across summer. But yeah, so yeah, look, he's not doing terrible. But yeah, so what I've got is the JBL auto feeder. It's an excellent feeder. It's also a ridiculous price for a feeder. They're like 40 nicker. I've got a couple of them from a while back, from last year when I went away, but these will do for the days I'm away. That'll put food in. They can feed 4 times a day, these, and you can edit the size. If I just, if you just have a look, this is manual feed. I'll do it the other way, so I'm not covering everything. But like, if manual, you just set how many turns you want. So I've just done 2. You can do up to 8. And it'll just put a little bit of food in, like that. Make all these fatties go mental again. But yeah, and this one is doing a similar thing. It's not feeding my everyday food. It's feeding the granular food, and I normally feed Shrimp King sticks of all different varieties, protein ones, I've got mineral ones, all the different colours, and I normally put a little bit of colour in because this is granules and they're sticks. But because I'm going away, I've put granules in this thing, and this again feeds twice a day, even though this was about a tenner. Does exactly the same job. It's not quite as nice, let's not mess about. Setting it up's more of a pain and everything, but it does the job. It does feed them. I've also, because I'm going away, biofilm is, for your shrimp, is as good as anything. So I put some new Indian almond leaves in there, because the ones what was in there was long in the tooth. There was basically just husks, they were just like a skeleton. But I have got a ridiculous amount of shrimps in here. I bet a lot of them are under these leaves. So I thought I'd best make sure they're getting fed and everything's going to be alright. But this tank won't have any issues, mainly because sorry, I've got a bit of light leakage in there. Mainly because there's a lot of places for biofilm to grow. There's cholla wood, there's almond leaves, there's palm cones, there's all sorts, there's tons of moss. I mean, there is literally, there's loads of wood. Oh, you can't see again, glare's going to beat me. But as you can hopefully see, you can see from the top, there's biofilm on the top. But yeah, there's loads of action in there, and they should be alright. Now we're going to have a look at the big tank, because there's been bigger changes there. Oh yeah, so there'll be a bit of glare behind me. I can't do much about it. It's some other stuff shining through, but all my fishes are doing good. As you can see, there's a lot of them being dicks. But the same on this tank as I was talking about on the others. I've got an auto feeder. You're just feeding. It's got a mixture of all different types of food and some sinking stuff. Some algae wafers like that one. What's come down? No one spotted that. That's going to get done in soon. But the biggest changes to this thing for going away is the sump. So at this moment in time, well, if you've seen any of my sump videos, you'll know there's normally a real big cartridge in there, like an homemade one. I made a big crate, sort of box made out of egg crate, so water flows through, and it normally has all of that biomedia, that ER mech, which is not really great biomedia. It's better for catching dirt, and it normally also has in all that biomech and all that lava rock. So 2 big bags of lava rock, and that which I use for mechanical filtration, as well as a bit of everything else. But the amount of biomedia, wrong word, I have in this sump is ridiculous, and there's a moving bed in it. You know, there's plenty. There's about 4 bricks of max spec nano, well, bricks. But what I needed to do is, because it relies on filter socks, this sump, for its main mechanical, which is, they're excellent. You just have to change them every couple of days. Maybe 3 days. But I'm obviously going away for a week, so that's going to overflow it a bit. It won't overflow to the limit, it'll just come out of that overflow there and the one at the top. But what I'm going to do is, when I go away, I'm going to take all the filter socks out so the dirt don't get trapped in there at all, and it's this ton of Japanese matting. So each of them is I think they're 2-inch thick. So there's 6-inch Japanese matting with a fan, with a medium sponge in the middle, which I use, and that should in theory clog up with all the muck, so none of it still gets through into me where my good biomedia is. And then when I come back, I can take them out and wash them, put the socks back in, and away we go. I've got my auto top up there, which just tops up into there if that water level drops, because the water's not flowing through quite as nice. And that's basically it. So that's what I've done. I've just put more Japanese matting in so that it catches all the muck. And as I say, before I go tomorrow, I'm going to take them out, and we're away. Everything else is automated, so we should be alright. Fish, 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 fish. Look at them. But yeah, my new barbs aren't going bad. They're growing. Everything in here is growing, because they're fat messes. But yeah, that's all. Just a bit of a video on a few things. So auto feeders and a bit of a sump change is the main. But that's all you really need. It's better than putting them blocks in, you know, holiday blocks, because you're just putting a ton of food in. If something's wrong with it and it dissolves quick, you've basically just poisoned your tank real hard. At least this, it's just going to keep putting a bit in each day. I mean, they might go hungrier than normal, but they'll still be reets, you know what I mean? So, and before I go, I'll put 2 big lumps of kiwi in like that, which will keep them going for a day for the catfish, and we should be fine. Well, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah, so on here I put a big auto feeder, and all the fish seem to be doing well. There's plenty of them down there, as you can see. Just taking it easy as it's evening. So yeah, that's all I did. That just feeds a couple of times a day. So it looks a bit like this. Got a bit of a natural canopy going on, look. Which is an apple tree. And so you can hopefully see all the apples coming on it. There's millions of them. I've got a golden delicious one, and a couple of general red apples, and then a big pear tree at the back. But yeah, it'll work. I see it adds all my stuff, gives a bit of shade to the fish. Now I've put my lily back. I've been on a big clean all day, I've been power washing and stuff, so you know.